everybody. Hope your week is going well. Happy Tuesday. I'm sharing the outside with my other clearly annoyed cat, Ash. Two things I wanted to talk about today. One was the Aaron Rodgers interview on the Pat McAfee show today, where it was 4 minutes of hilarity. No, I think Aaron Rodgers was kind of like all of us. And when I say all of us, I mean like the people who, were shouted down because we asked questions during COVID, whether it was, hey, I got COVID and have immunity, why do I need to get a shot? I thought natural immunity was the best immunity to have. No, you gotta be forced to get a shot. Oh, you gotta wear a mask. Well, does it matter the kind of mask? No, just any mask. So like, you can wear like a foam mask. I don't think those actually protect anybody or anything. Yeah, you have to wear a mask. You just got like 6 feet social distancing. Yeah. What was the rationale behind that? Oh, there was none. Oh my God. And I think Aaron Rodgers, in his case, he took a bullet for a lot of people when he decided that he would consult his own doctor. And his doctor determined that natural immunity was better than getting the shot. There was no reason to get it. He shouldn't be forced to get it. And everybody came out after him during that time under the Biden administration. So I definitely understand where Aaron Rodgers is coming from. He took a stand, took a principled position that previously would not have, first of all, ever been talked about. Your personal health is. Your own health is your own personal decision, not others. But somehow over COVID, that changed to having everybody have to provide proof that you've been vaccinated against certain things. I'm pretty sure, gay clubs don't require gay men to go in and show that they have a monkeypox vaccine or an AIDS vaccine, if there were one, or show what their AIDS status is. And if places did that, I'd be right next to those individuals saying this is a violation of people's freedom of privacy. But over COVID, nope, it was absolutely okay. And Aaron Rodgers was raked over the coals by places like ESPN and other major news networks, including people within the Biden administration. So yeah, I understand why he's out and spent 4 minutes just railing on Anthony Fauci. We all felt the same way after watching that testimony or lack thereof. Pleading the fifth over like 100 and some odd times. Like he had blanket immunity. He had nothing to lose by going in there and just saying, yeah, I did all this stuff. But there's no way that he would do that because it would ruin his legacy. And he also wouldn't go there and contradict all the stuff that's been made public because he would be brought up on charges for lying to Congress under oath. And so, yeah, nothing's going to happen with that entire Anthony Fauci saga. He's not going to suffer any consequences for anything because of that blanket immunity that was given to him. Congress is going to act like they're going to do something. They're going to, oh, we're going to hold him in contempt of Congress because he pleaded the fifth and he should have. No, whatever. At this point, if you're going to go that route, literally doesn't matter. Literally doesn't matter. That's just political posturing. He will never see a day in court, regardless of how many people keep saying he should be in jail. Yeah, he should be, he should be charged. He should have to go through the legal process where all of this stuff can come out in the open. And at the end, I would hope that he would be convicted and sentenced to whatever the right outcome is for whatever he's charged with. But for all these people that are out there saying, "Oh, we should just lock him up," I'm like, for what? Like, this isn't a this isn't a dictatorship. You know, we don't have the ability to do that. We have a court system there for a reason. And it's unfortunate that we won't be able to get his day in court. And again, Aaron Rodgers is completely justified in spending 4 minutes on Pat McAfee just railing into that dude. It was very reminiscent of, what's his name? Oh, now I'm just blanking on it. It's going to hit me later, but at any rate, no, this is the first thing I wanted to talk about was that. I think the interview was great. I laughed. You know, a lot of people are out there saying that he was wrong and this, that, and the other. I'm like, no, absolutely not. For what they put him through, he's absolutely deserves that 4 minutes to just rail into ESPN, Anthony Fauci, and all the other people that raked him over the coals for making a personal decision that affected nobody except for their feelings. The other thing that it's been coming up a lot lately, which is military stockpiles, specifically for missiles. Today there was some news that we're desperately low in long-range missile stockpiles. How do you know that? How does anybody know that? These stockpile inventories are some of the closest held secrets for a multitude of reasons. The biggest one is that to leak that information gives our adversaries very detailed information about how they could potentially attack us, how they could bait us into using stockpiles that were potentially low, and ultimately not be able to respond to certain kinds of threats. And so, no, nobody knows this information. There might be a person that is in a warehouse somewhere that was like, oh, we're running low on our long-range cruise missiles. Well, maybe that location is, but there are hundreds of places at which these things are stored, including on carriers and on strike groups. I mean, it's just ridiculous to put this information out there. And let's just say, hey, this is all 100% true. For the person that leaked it, a lengthy prison sentence is probably waiting for you. If you're in the military right now and you had access to that information and you leaked it, you're probably, worst case, going to get treason. Best case, going to get a very lengthy prison sentence. That information is highly classified, and only a handful of people within the government actually know what the true numbers are within the stockpiles. My guess is that, just me theorizing here, I have nothing to back it up. If I'm looking at why this information is coming out, it's one of two reasons. Either it's left-wing media trying to bait our government or our military into talking about its stockpile counts, which is not going to happen. What I think is more likely the case, or it could be a combination of both, is that the Pentagon or folks within the military are leaking this intentionally to bait adversaries into making choices they otherwise wouldn't make, knowing that we have the stockpiles there to defend. And so we do. And if they make those choices, they're going to suffer the repercussions of it with the very missiles that they think that we don't have a lot of. That's just my personal take. Again, this information is not going to leak. There's other information that would leak, but this particular information goes directly to military readiness and the ability to respond to threats in theater. And so there is zero chance that any of this stuff is actually leaking, especially from the people, the very few people that know that have a need to know within the Pentagon and within the military. And so, I take this stuff with a grain of salt. I think it creates good clickbait, but it's just not real. I am waiting for the hammer to come down on Iran. I think we're all waiting at this point. They're not going to. I don't think they want to do anything except for prolong kind of the stalled nature of this engagement to the next administration, and they want to try to wait it out. I don't think that's going to work out well for them. If there's anything that Trump is, it's not weak. Based on all this, again, I'm not really vested in the Iran conflict, the bombing campaign that's going on there. If it wasn't going on, I'd be absolutely happy. It is going on. I'm not super happy or excited about it. I kind of just want it to wrap up, but I also understand that in order to finish something that's been started, you gotta finish the job, and you've got to come on strong to some of these more, I would say, authoritarian kind of countries. They only respond to force. They don't respond to niceties. The same things that we, take for granted for most Western countries. Putting treaties in place and having handshake deals. Like, no, these folks do not do that. If there's anything that we've learned outside of regime change wars tend not to work, or more so, you can't spread democracy into authoritarian, especially highly religious authoritarian regions. It's that none of these same people deal well to niceties. They rule with an iron fist, and they only respond to another iron fist. And so we'll see how all this plays out. But again, all of this BS on stockpiles is just that. It's just BS because nobody knows, and nobody will know. It's just how it is. You might know how many planes we have. You might know how many ships we have, but you'll never know how many bullets, missiles, or things to kill people with that we have, for very good reason. Yeah, at any rate, let me know what you think in the comments section below. Say hi to Ash. He's just down there chilling. And as always, keep believing that the best is still ahead for America. Peace out.